Hello world. Uh, Hi. So for my technology and society final, I want to talk about how technology is changing education, has the potential to do a lot for students and just for people who are looking to better themselves. A few things I'm going to talk about is how technology is changing education, how it could further change education. Uh, how technology can change motivations is actually going to be the broader theme that I'm going to go after. How World of Warcraft and the skill tree and progress bar affect motivations and drive people to do rather inane things over and over again in pursuit of bettering their digital character. I'm also going to talk about 43things.com provides a way for people to put their goals out onto the internet and have the power of the crowd help them achieve them. And then finally, I'm going to talk about IM, which is my own personal project that I'm building um, that helps people visualize their goals and provide a sense of motivation for what they're doing. So I want to start off with saying that we've already made a lot of progress in terms of how technology is being integrated into education. We've talked a lot in class about how student key cards are already allowing parents to access their students' grades and get in touch with their teachers and even control their kids' meal point plans. WashU already does that, and I have to say they're doing a fairly admirable job about it. They're putting grades online and allowing you to register for classes and drop classes without needing to fill out a whole bunch of physical paperwork. And how the ArtSci community is, the ArtSci school is using Telesys to allow students and teachers to easily access information like PDF files and research material and that sort of thing, and even have discussions online. Now, to the extent that that's used is questionable with certain teachers, but it's beginning to take hold. So that's how currently we're using technology, but I don't think we're using it quite well enough. In that I feel like we could use it to augment a student's motivations to achieve. Um, a classic example of a motivation or incentive structure created by technology is World of Warcraft and other online RPGs like it, where people do rather incredibly inane things over and over and over again just to see their proverbial progress bar go up and up until they get to the next level, and then they can advance to the next level in the tech tree and whatnot. Now, I don't know why that's true, but it's true for virtually everybody who plays it. So there's definitely some sort of psychological phenomenon going on there, and I want to see technology and education uh, use that way to illustrate your goals in such a way to increase your motivation to accomplish things. One service that already does this, and we covered this last class, and actually got me interested on it in the subject, was 43 Things. 43 Things allows you to go online and register your life goals and have people look at them and suggest ways to accomplish them, and then allows you to tell them how you did it exactly. This person, for example, wants to start a business, and they apparently accomplished it. It took them 6 months. How they did it, lessons and tips, and then other users commented on it, gave tips on how to achieve it, that sort of thing. So if you wanted to do that, you could do that just by going on to 43 Things and listing your life goals. And you could do that right here. Say, learn C++. And then I can see that 589 people already doing this, and I could lean on this community to help me do it. And by making it public, by making this commitment to learn C++, or in this case C#, public, I gain the motivation of seeing it through just because I've told people I'm going to do it. In that way, we've leveraged technology to modify the incentive structure to make us want to do it. There are other services that do something like that. Facebook actually did something like that in their apps a long time ago. They allowed you to list your classes in your profile, and by doing that, you really were able to show off to your friends and peers exactly what you were doing, and you could. It's not just showing off, but it's making a commitment to accomplish these things. So by saying that I'm a Chinese miner on my Facebook profile, I've made a commitment to the public, to my peers, that I'm going to do it. and it's a surprisingly motivating thing. One thing that I wanted to do was take the idea behind World of Warcraft skill tree, you see this guy's pretty excited about it, and apply it to a real-world setting. So what I've done is built a website that allows you to register and create your own skill tree, if you will, which you can move through and accomplish. And you can see here my first one that I registered was computer science. And my two topics for right now are JavaScript and MySQL. Right now in the subtree, I want to learn jQuery, which in building this site I've actually done quite a bit. And I can go here and make a few notes about exactly what I want to do with that. Improve use of selectors and CSS modification. Save that. We could go back and look at that for more detail if we want to. We could add another layer to it. Say, learn how to use jQuery plugins. I would register that. And if at some time we think that that's not really necessary anymore, we can just dump it and move on. Or we could click that and register it as complete. Another thing I could do here is use MySQL selectors more. The select function, delete function, the update, and insert. The next step might be using selectors with joins, which are somewhat complicated forms of select. And this just allows me to look at my goals in a visual sense and keep track of myself. Now, one of the next few features that I want to implement is a timer that tells you how long since you've worked on this goal. And I want to add a progress bar that shows you exactly how much progress you've made. And if you feel like you've made progress on a certain day, you can up the progress bar a little bit. And if after, say, 3 months I haven't updated the progress bar, it'll degrade a little bit to reflect that my skills aren't as sharp as I once was. So in that sense, I'm adding motivation to keep bettering myself. I also want to make it a collaborative thing where users could come in and view my profile and show me where I might make improvements. And my last goal would be to add tests, publicly created tests. For example, if one of my goals was to improve my multiplication times tables, for example, I could create a test using JavaScript or some other web tool that would test my ability to do multiplication. And if I do it well enough in a certain amount of time or something, I would advance to the next level, and I go to multiplication timetables 2 or something like that. So in that way, we're just able to illustrate our goals and put them out there to the public. And I think those are two really powerful motivational tools we need to make better use of. Now, I know it doesn't sound like the broadest, deepest concept, but it seems to work really well, shockingly well, as you can see with this guy, in MMORPGs, and I will see that put into the real world. So I'll continue working on that, and hopefully I'll have a demo for WashU students soon. But I'm very optimistic about how technology is going to really improve the way we educate students and add value not only to the college education, but to high school and eventually even middle school and elementary school. It all started with Math Blaster, and I think we can move up from there. So that is my take on technology.